So I remember when I was a kid, right? And my mama used to hang out with her neighbors in the apartments. You know, she used to kick it with her homegirls. They would have card night. Be laughing loud as hell. We was just kids, so they'd tuck us in the room with the kids would be playing in the kid room, and they'd be out there doing their adult thing, right? And so my mom had a falling out with one of her homegirls, and the homegirl's response to it was to rob our house. You know what I'm saying? There's only one way to fix that. Jack them fools, I guess, right? So now when we would leave, when my mom would get me and my sister and we'd go out and go do whatever, my mom would leave a crack in the window. Not just for when we left, but just generally. Except she would put the little stick, the little bar behind the window so you can't open it all the way. It's just about this big, not big enough for anybody to get through. So the lady decided that she was gonna come steal our stuff. And so when she got to the window, she decided, because she wasn't gonna fit through it because she was big as hell, you know what I'm saying? So what she did was she got her 3 or 4 year old son, knocked the screen out the way, put the little boy, right through the crack of that window, and had him go open and unlock the front door. We came back, our shit was gone. Okay, so look, on a side note, I was watching this on playback and I'm cracking up to myself because it dawned on me that the same lady that I'm talking about years and years and years later on, I was watching TV sitting on the couch and I saw that same lady on the Judge Mathis show or the Judge Joe Brown or Judy, one of them judge shows. I saw the lady on the Judge show. I damn near choked with the blunt in my mouth. I was like, what? They was up there talking about the lady did this, and she was saying she ain't did nothing. I mean, now, I don't know if she did that, but I know she done did this. Allegedly. Well, anyways, action. I was too young to know what was going on, you know what I'm saying, or understand the behind the scene workings on what actually happened. So I'm not calling that lady a narc, but I'm just saying that people will use anybody. People will use anything to get the drop on you. And if that lady wasn't a narc, then imagine what a narc would do. People will use their own kids for their own nefarious plots fast. And now, Chelsea, you might be discovering, you might be enforced to accept that your closest ones can and will deplete you the first chance they get. You may have thought that just because that's your best friend or that's your uncle, that betrayal is impossible. You may have thought that just because you maybe, made $1 or 2 streetwise or something, that now you're just the king of seeing all the angles. You may have thought that just because you guys struggled or came from the same place, that that makes you safe. I mean, this ain't to scare or to spook. These are just facts. You find out that your close one can be using the bond that you share as pure leverage. You got to keep your eyes open because even if you just know a covert narcissist, just knowing them, you are on their hit list. These people will rob, lie, cheat, and steal to whomever, whenever, if they even perceive that you have some sort of edge over them. Because the covert resents you because they wish they had your qualities that you have. So they downplay in their mind everything about you so they could feel like they're better than you. And if they feel like they can't, see you personally, if they can't personally approach you, then they will not hesitate to employ a crew and deploy a few flying monkeys at you. And when you get to the point where you stand through it all, somehow you remain standing throughout that little narc storm and their mission fails, well, then that crew of haters, when you leave them to their own device, they'll start hating on each other. Just like a crew of robbers. Leave them to their own device, they start robbing from each other. Just like a crew of killers. You leave them to their device, you know the rest. It's a dog eat dog situation. And for those of y'all that got, baby mamas, for those of y'all that got baby daddies, then y'all probably already know how it goes. Okay? These close ones that you dated or been with, man, they have no shame. They'll even they'll deploy their own kids, your kids, to come in, sniffing around, reconnaissance, trying to find out how much money you got, who you dating, what's going on, what's your next moves, just so they could get in the middle of it, tear everything up, take what they can, and leave you depleted, hopeless, and in bad shape. And it's not the kids' fault, God bless the kids, you know what I'm saying? They're not knowing no better. They're thinking that, they probably don't even have a clue that they're being used. So, don't blame the kids. Even if they're young adults, they still haven't been around the block long enough. That covert narc been doing this for eons. Probably topped by their mama, by their daddy, topped by the best. So they've been doing this for a long time. So the kids, they ain't knowing. But if you're dealing with a covert narc, BM, uh, BD, then you got to be prepared for that anyways. It's coming. So I ain't gonna hold you too long, I ain't gonna go into depth about this. This is just a quick one for the chosen ones who's waking up to realize that them close ones, because you gotta watch out for the narcissists, right? Duh. But most importantly, you gotta watch out for that sneaky, diabolical, hugging and grinning all in your face, knowing that they hate your guts, double crossing. Hell, they probably double cross themselves if they learned how to do it. We're talking about that covert narc, the worst one. Because the regular narcissist, you can hear them, they're loud and obnoxious. You can hear them coming from 3 blocks around the corner, like a sound system in the car. You can hear that coming from all the way up the block. But that covert joint, that's the silent assassin right there. So that's all I have to say. You know what I'm saying? So have a blessed day. Take care and good morning.